welcome to the Miami Sports Vibes YouTube channel. Here for an edition of my NFL picks and predictions, straight up picks and against the spread picks. Right here, I had a phenomenal season last year, picking the straight up picks and against the spread, both with just great numbers, positive record. Listen, I'm the guy to tail if you want to tail, but let's just break down the games and have some fun. Week 1 is finally freaking here. Listen, keep it locked in right here on this YouTube channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button to support the channel. I will have these videos every single week throughout the NFL season. My picks and predictions will air on Thursday. On Wednesday, you will have my best bets with Jorge. Obviously, he is one of them ones. Go check it out if you haven't already. He is great when it comes to gambling. On Tuesdays, Dolphins preview live stream, and on Sundays after the Dolphins game, or if they play on Monday, you will have a post-game video right here. So keep it locked in. But without further ado, Week 1 is here. Let's freaking start and get right into it with Week 1. The first game is a Thursday night football game. Features the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending champs, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. These spreads, I'm using it through FanDuel. Shout out to FanDuel. It is the sportsbook that I use, and it's my favorite sportsbook out there. I recommend FanDuel. It's just a lot of fun things. It's easy to navigate through. So I will be using their spreads for my against the spreads picks. And here you have it. So the first game, Chiefs at home against Baltimore. If you guys tuned into my video yesterday that I had posted, I'm on the side of the Ravens covering the 3 points. Why do I feel this way? Listen, it's simple. It's a team that is out to get revenge. They got eliminated by the Kansas City Chiefs last year in the playoffs. I believe they have this circled. I believe this game matters more to the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm going to go with the underdog here. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens straight up, and I'm also going to take the Baltimore Ravens plus the 3 points here. Chiefs can obviously win, but I'm backing myself up with the Baltimore Ravens. Game 2, a Friday night game. Guys, I keep forgetting that there's a Friday night game. Thank God I'm doing this segment because I'm able to remind myself. Eagles against the Green Bay Packers. It says Philly's at home, but they are not at home. This game is in Brazil. Philadelphia is the favorite. -2.5 is the spread. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Eagles. I think they win this game. I think they're a better team than Green Bay. Even though Green Bay, I think, is going to have a nice, successful year. Shout out to Jordan Love. He had a hell of a season last year. But I'm going to take the Eagles to win this game, and I'm also going to take the Eagles -2.5. Next game, the Tennessee Titans taking on the new-look Chicago Bears with Caleb Williams. His first game, he's had a nice little preseason. I think he's going to be really good, man, to be honest with you. They are favored by 4.5 points. They're at home. Now, the Titans are a team that's kind of tricky. They added guys like Tony Pollard. They added Calvin Ridley. They already had DeAndre Hopkins, so they got some playmakers over there. A lot of people are down on Tennessee. I think Tennessee is going to be solid. I think losing Mike Vrabel is a huge, huge, huge thing here. So I don't know. I'm a little bit confused here with this spread. I'm going to take the Bears to win. I think the energy in Chicago is going to be crazy for Caleb Williams' first game, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Bears. But I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans to cover the 4.5 points. They have a lot of talent. Like I said, DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard. Spears is another running back out of the backfield that I think is going to be really good. I just think, have the Bears really proven that they can be out here being 4.5 point favorites? I know they added Keenan Allen. I know they have Caleb Williams. I know they added DeAndre Swift. They got a lot of talent, but they got to show me first. I'm going to back the Bears on the straight up pick, but I'm going to go with the Titans plus the 4.5 here. Next game, Steelers Falcons, the new look Falcons now. You got Kyle Pitts over there with a new coordinator. You got Kyle Pitts with a new head coach. Kirk Cousins under center. I think they're going to have a hell of a year offensively. I think Kirk Cousins is going to bring the best out of a lot of those receivers out there. I expect the Falcons to have a successful season. Steelers are pretty much the same old story every single year. They're always going to be that team that's just gritty, that just gets after it, just, runs the ball, plays a physical style of football. But I'm going to take the Falcons here -3.5, and I'm going to take the Falcons straight up here. That could burn me, all right, because every time I seem to believe in the Falcons, they end up having a weird game and just blowing things. That's just what they do over there in Atlanta. I'm going to back it up here, though. Falcons -3.5 and Falcons straight up. Next, my boys, the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on my boys, meaning the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by -3.5. And I don't know about that number. I'm surprised it's that low. I mean, 3.5 against the Jaguars. I think the Miami Dolphins are a way better team than the Jacksonville Jaguars. But it's week one. You know, it's not really home field advantage. You're talking about Jacksonville and Miami, same state of Florida. Listen, I'm going to take the -3.5 here for the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins win this game pretty handily. I think they win by even 10 or more, to be honest with you. So give me the Dolphins -3.5 and give me the Dolphins straight up on this one. Next, New England taking on Cincinnati in Cincinnati. The big news was, will Jamar Chase get his contract figured out and play for week one? All things settled. All bets are off. Jamar Chase practiced on Wednesday, which is great news for the Cincinnati Bengals. Great news for fantasy football owners like myself for Jamar Chase. He's good to go. You know, there's no need to worry here. I think the Bengals win this game pretty handily. They are favored by 8.5 points at home. I'm going to lay the 8.5, even though it's a big number. I think the New England Patriots roster is just laughable at this point. It is a complete they have to have the worst record in the league when it's all said and done. I really, truly believe that the New England Patriots probably will have the worst record. Now, I wouldn't be so happy if I'm a Dolphin fan, because that means that they're going to have a top pick. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is, man. For this game, I'm going to go ahead and lay the 8.5. Jamar Chase is back. I have full confidence in the Cincinnati Bengals here at home, and I will pick the Bengals, of course, straight up. Next game. This game is interesting. Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. This game is in Indianapolis. The Texans are favored by 2.5 points. I know a lot of people are on that Texans bandwagon, man, adding Stephon Diggs, having Nico Collins, having CJ Stroud in year 2, Tank Dell coming back, Joe Mixon added to the mix, no pun intended, to this Texans offense. Everyone loves the Texans this year, and I love them too. But it scares me. It really does scare me when everybody's riding high on the Texans. I think everybody is in on the Texans in this game going against the Colts. Nobody believes in the Colts. 2.5 for a team that, that loaded on offense in Houston. It's fishy to me. It scares me. And for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and pick an upset, if you will, here. I don't think it's quite an upset because it's a division opponent and they're at home. I am going to take the home underdog here, Colts +2.5 and Colts straight up to get the win on week one. I think Anthony Richardson has a big game in his return, and I think they really shock a lot of people who are pretty much back in the Houston Texans here. I like the Texans better as a team, but for these picks, I'm giving you what I feel is going to happen. I feel like the Colts are going to win this game. So give me the Colts and give me the Colts +2.5. I know that may shock many. Next game, the Vikings and the Giants. Vikings are favored by -1.5. This game is in MetLife Stadium, so the Giants are home. This is a matchup that has taken place a lot lately. All right. These teams met in the playoffs, and the Giants seem to have the edge over the Minnesota Vikings. I know Minnesota here is favorite, but I'm going to take the Giants at home as a home underdog, +1.5 against the spread. I'm taking the Giants, and I'm taking the Giants straight up. I just think the Giants they just know how to beat the Minnesota Vikings. I've seen the sample size of that. They do it time and time again. Daniel Jones, for some reason, plays crazy against the Vikings. And that's a good thing, because that is a rare sight to see, is Daniel Jones playing good. TJ Hawkinson, I don't know if he'll play. I believe he was questionable. That's a guy who is probably going to have a big game. He usually kills the Giants, but I think they still figure it out. I think Danny Dimes has a big game, and I like the Giants in this spot here against Minnesota to start off 1-0. Next, the Carolina Panthers taking on the Saints. This is a division game. This line, I believe, was at 4 or 4.5. Now it's down to 3.5. So the Saints are favored by 3.5. They are at home. Give me the Saints to win this game, but give me the Panthers +3.5. Why? Why 3.5 for the Panthers? Listen, week one, division game. Division games are always hard. I'm just going to I like the hook there. Give me the 3.5 for the Panthers and give me the Saints to win this game. Division games are always hard. If you can give me over 3 points, I'm probably going to take it depending on how bad the team is. Now, the Panthers are pretty bad, but are the Saints that much better? That's where I fall right there. Next game, the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Buffalo Bills. This game is in Buffalo. Buffalo is favored by 6.5. Buffalo is a whole new different team this year, getting rid of Stephon Diggs, having to rely a lot on Kincaid, rookie Keon Coleman. You hear a lot about Shakir now, about his elevated role. Josh Allen, is he going to fix turnovers? It remains to be seen. A lot of storylines in Buffalo. But then in Arizona, you got Kyler Murray back. You got Marvin Harrison Jr., who is a rookie that everyone's freaking excited about. You got Trey Benson, who's a running back that's behind James Conner. He's going to see some opportunity, and people are really high on him. I think this is going to be a fun game. Also, Trey McBride, another young piece, a tight end over there in Arizona. I'm actually really interested in this game, and I think the Cardinals are going to be better than a lot of people think. I like Buffalo to win this game. I'm going to pick them to win, but the 6.5, I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals to cover that. I think the Cardinals are going to shock a lot of people. I think they're going to have a really fun offense to watch this year, and they might even pull off an upset, but I'm not ready to go there. I will take the 6.5. I think it'll be close, but I pick Buffalo to win. Next, on to the 4 o'clock slate, the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chargers. Chargers are favored by 3 points here. Damn, 3 points. Now, the Chargers lost pieces. No more Mike Williams, even though he barely played. No Keenan Allen. No Austin Eckler. A new head coach in Harbaugh. This is kind of a new-look Chargers team. Now, you're going against a Raiders team. It's a division game here. You're getting 3 points. I like the Raiders +3 here. George talked about it on the best bets. It was one of his locks. Raiders +3. I'm going to go ahead and back him up on that. Give me the Raiders +3 and give me the Raiders to win this game. I think that the Los Angeles Chargers have a lot of things to figure out. I think they will figure it out, but week 1, I'm kind of going with the Las Vegas Raiders to go cover the 3, win the game. So give me the Raiders and give me the Raiders +3. Next game, this line has also moved. The Denver Broncos on the road against Seattle. Seattle's favored by 5.5 points. Listen, Denver is a team that I do not trust at all. You got Bo Nix, rookie quarterback out there. I just don't like the Broncos. I'm probably going to pick against the Broncos a lot throughout the season. I like this Seattle offense. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, JSN, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet out there. Geno Smith has been solid. I like the Seattle Seahawks this year. I think they're going to shock a lot of people. I heard their offense is going to make some noise this year, so keep an eye on that. I drafted DK Metcalf this year, so I am very even higher on Seattle. I like Seattle here at home. It is a tough place to play at with the 12th man over there. Laying 5.5 made me think about it for a little bit, but I'm all in. Give me Seattle -5.5 and give me Seattle straight up. The next one, probably the game that so many people, probably everyone is looking the most forward to. I myself am. The Dallas Cowboys in Cleveland taking on the Cleveland Browns. Browns are favored by -2.5 in Cleveland. I like the Browns here. I'm going to pick the Browns straight up, and I'm going to lay the 2.5. Listen, this Browns defense was legit last year, and I don't see them slowing down. Give me the Browns because of their defense. I think it keeps them in this game. Will Deshaun Watson play? Will he be good? Will things change offensively? They added Jerry Jeudy, a lot to look forward to, but I trust this Browns defense. Give me the Browns here and the Browns minus the 2.5. Next game, the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay -3.5 point favorites at home. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks laying the 3.5. Listen, Jaden Daniels, he's going to be a freaking stud. I think he might win Rookie of the Year. The dude is awesome. Fun to watch for Washington. I think they're going to have a nice, solid season, but I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What they did last year was so freaking awesome with Baker Mayfield out there playing the way he was playing. Mike Evans coming back. You got pretty much the same team that has good vibes all around it. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucks here at home to start the season 1-0. On to Sunday Night Football. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. The Lions are favored by 3.5. This game's in Detroit. Give me the Rams to win this game and give me the Rams plus the 3.5. This is a similar story from the first game that I picked. When it's a team that gets eliminated, you get to play that team again. I believe it matters more to the team that lost. Similar scenario here. That's why I'm backing the Rams plus the 3.5, and I'm taking the Rams to beat the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football. Next, Monday Night Football, the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in San Fran. San Fran is favored by 4.5 points. I am going to take the San Francisco 49ers to win this game. I am also going to lay the 4.5 points. The status of Christian McCaffrey, you've been hearing all about it. Is he hurt? Is he not hurt? I believe he's going to play. Trent Williams was a question mark. They gave him the contract. Ayuk got the contract. The 49ers are ready to go. I think they are going to have a remarkable season. I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers' first game. I'm not worried about any of that. I have trust in the 49ers to win this game, and I have trust in the 49ers to, cover the spread as well. I know the Jets defense is top-notch. They can keep them in this game, but I just think the 49ers are just a way better football team, and I think they're coming for blood, man. I mean, you talk about a team that has been right there, and losing in the Super Bowl freaking hurts. I believe this team is going to come out for blood, and I think the 49ers are going to have a hell of a season. And to be honest, they might be my favorite to win the Super Bowl this year. That's my opinion. Hopefully it's Miami, but if I had to choose somebody in the NFC, keep an eye on those 49ers, man. I mean, losing and now having another chance, let's see how that goes. But those are my picks. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you agree. Let me know who you think is going to win on the comments below. Hit the thumbs up button and please subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch you guys right here next week. Enjoy the games, everyone.